everyone, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel, and for today I will be giving you tips regarding first year major subjects like anatomy, biochemistry, and physiology. So keep on watching if you're interested. Level 4 bobo ako. Disclaimer lang, these are my personal experiences. So what works for me might not work for you. Second vlog na to is medyo outline siya in a way na magbibigay ako ng tips on what to do before the lecture, during the lecture, and what to do after the lecture. So after the lecture, meaning you're reviewing for the quizzes na, examinations. And before we go on with the meat of this vlog, mag-show lang ako ng mga pwede nyong pag-donatan, pwede nyong i-support during this quarantine period, and also reminder lang na to stay healthy. Let's get started! Skirt! Start with anatomy. For the lecture, ang tip ko sa inyo is make sure that you already know what the topic is and do a bit of advanced studying and start scrolling through images of the structures or the areas, components that you need to identify later on, because you have to apply what you see to what is happening. For example, pag giving birth, kailangan alam mo yung anatomy of the pelvis and the perineum. So, ang sa akin, ang ginagawa ko talaga is alam ko na dapat yung important concepts before the lecture. Kasi during the lecture, ang hirap sundan. Promise, ang hirap sundan, lalo na pag hindi ka masyadong visual, hindi ka imaginative. So, the lecture can go on and on and on. So, this is the part, this is the ganyan, yan, and wala kang magigets. So, dapat i-orient mo na sarili mo. Lalo na kung katulad kita na best pre-med ever, psych! During the lecture, what I do is, I listen talaga. Meron din kami nung parang gold notes na nandun na lahat ng important concepts, which we call the lansang notes. Sometimes our professors lift their lectures from that note. Pag may mga professor na ganun, ang ginagawa ko na is nagsi-self-review na lang ako. Supplementary na lang yung lecture nila. Hindi na ako active listener, passive listener na lang ako. Tapos nagsasarili na ako. Kapag ganun kasi, mas effective sa akin, mas natututo ako. Tapos pag alam kong may isang reference book na nandun na talaga lahat, pwede kong pagkatiwalaan. Like, for example, Moore is a book in anatomy. Yun ang prescribed book namin sa UERM. If heavily lifted na yun sa Moore, mas babasahin ko na yung libro. Tapos, highlight ko na lang yung mga sinasabi nung professor. Ganon. Hindi na ako masyadong nagde-depend fully dun sa lecture. Kasi, yun nga, pag short attention span nga ako, mas mabilis ako mawala pag alam kong ganun. Kayo, kilalanin niyo sarili niyo kung saan kayo komportable at saan kayo mas matututo. So, that's during the lecture. After the lecture naman, usually kasi, ang kasunod nan is yung lab time namin. Pag lab naman kasi, dalawa yung manuals namin. Meron kami ng workbook na sinasubmit namin before finals, and then meron kami nung manual na guide namin when we're dissecting or when we're looking at slides. Kasi sa UERM pala, sabay ang gross anatomy namin and histology. So pagkakaalala ko, ang histology and gross sa UST is separate. Like, first half of the SEM, gross lang sila. The second half of the SEM, histology. Ang tip ko na naman sa inyo, pag sa lab, use the manual and netter side by side. Kasi yung netter, sobrang helpful niya, lalo na when locating the structures. Ang netter kasi, for those who don't know what it looks like, it's an atlas for anatomy. I have the 7th edition. So that's 7th edition. And then, puros pictures lang siya. Meron siyang scans, structures, bones, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, papakita ko lang sa inyo. Diba I said na pag sa lab time, I use it side by side? Kasi ganito, ligaments ng female reproductive organs, medyo tricky siya, medyo complicated. So what I do is, before I even locate the structure sa mismong cadaver, I try to analyze it first sa netter. Super helpful siya. Ayun yung mga ligaments. So makikita mo may highlights na. May highlights na yung sa akin. Pag natutunan ko na siya from the book, doon ko siya hahanapin sa cadaver mismo. Regarding sa whether or not to buy an actual hard copy of the atlas, Netter's atlas, or not, ang tip ko for that is, depende ko nung klaseng tao ka. Kasi sa gross lab, medyo hindi ko mapagkakatiwalaan yung cleanliness. So, kaya isa rin yun sa mga rason kung bakit hindi ako bumili ng libro is mabigat nga siya. Tapos kung saan mo siya papatong. Papatong mo siya dyan, hindi mo alam kung ano ng mga dumaan doon. So wala talagang tiwala sa ganun. Compared naman when I have it on my iPad, hawak ko lang yung iPad ko ng ganito, ganyan lang ako, like ganyan. So yun ay sa lab. When preparing for the exams naman, I rely super heavily on the transes. Lalo na pag magaling yung trans team. Hindi naman super rely doon kasi sinaside by side ko pa rin siya sa netter ko and then sa manual. So pag makikita mo ako, messy. Messy yung table ko when I study because I have my transes laid out on the table and then I have my iPad either nakaganito or nakahiga na paganyan. Like nakabukas talaga yan. And then for anatomy, I have the manual. So, nakabukas din yun. Minsan, pag malit lang yung space, nakalapag yung transes, naka-open yung iPad, pero, after the trans ko pa, mabubuksan yung manual. So, yun talaga yun. Tatlo talaga ang tinitignan ko pagdating sa anatomy. Studying tips naman, how to memorize it. Ako, ang ginagawa ko, nire-relate ko siya sa concepts na very familiar sa akin. For example, meron yung Campers and Scarpa fascia. May ginawa ko doon. Fatty Campers are out. Scarpa members are in. Just so you know, short-term memory ako. But I try, okay? I try. Nagpo-post ako sa Instagram ng mga shit para maalala ko. Like mga mnemonics, abbreviations. Tip ko talaga on how I memorize is number talaga siya. Pag, kunwari, correct flow ng blood from the uterine artery to the spiral artery of the endometrium, di ba 4 yun? How I memorize it is UARS. UARS. Pag makikita mo yung transes ko, ang daming numbers and by order talaga ako natututo. Level 4 bobo ako. So, I think okay na yun for anatomy, right? So, let's move on to the next subject, which is Biochemistry. Ang masasabi ko lang dyan ay magdasal. Hindi, joke lang. Ang biochemistry, super heavy siya dun sa pathways. So, i-memorize nyo. How I do it is, yan, I always reuse pag nanonotes ako. So, makikita mo, this is the purine pathway. So, you start with yung ribose 5-phosphate, right? And then it goes down for me. So, meron yan. Red, color-coded din. Red is for inhibitors. Green is for parang aids. Parang tinutulungan niya yung pathway. So, on the gilid naman, you can see the enzymes that catalyze the reaction. Ganyan ako mag-aral. Level 4 bobo ako. Meron akong parang sabihin mo ng 25% photographic memory. But other than yung sa order, I also remember things easier when I group them together. For example, to, may kita mo sa end product niya, it separates into ATP or GTP pagkatapos ng IMP, inositol monophosphate. So, may kita mo na parang may ganun na, diba? Ang sa akin, when I take an exam, maalala ko na, dito yan sa right side, dito yan sa left side. So, I group them talaga. Parang, clump them together. For the lecture, matulog ka. Ano bang ginagawa ko before? Yeah, I don't prepare for biochemistry because usually, the resources are right in front of me during lecture. So, likewise with anatomy, pag biochemistry, nakikinig na lang ako. And then, mas magfo-focus ako, mas makikinig ako dun sa clinical correlations na sa bandang dulo na ng lecture. Kasi dun ko na-apply lahat. Dun na tayo sa during the lecture. Truth only! Mas na-appreciate ko ang pagiging doctor in general because of biochemistry. I don't know why, pero siguro kasi mas nauna sila sa clinical correlations. After lecture naman is, syempre, trans tayo. Pero tinatry ko pa rin mag-book. Ang suggested book ko for biochemistry is Lippincotts. Very brief lang siya. Lippincotts, illustrated reviews. Ang prescribed book kasi sa amin sa biochemistry is Harper's. Pero minsan, pag heavy sa clinical yung topic, gumagamit sila ng Marks or Devlin. Mention ko na rin na what really helps me review is, other than yung sa ginagawa ko na I outline the pathways, may kita mo na I rewrote the pathway and then dinagdagan ko ng mga necessary, relevant information para mas mabilis kong mabalikan later on. Walang masyadong quizzes ang biochemistry, kaya hindi toxic. Hindi talaga siya toxic. Mag-aaral lang ako pag-exam. So, mapapansin mo, backlog ko. Buong LE, kunwari. Tapos, usually pa, ang exam namin Mondays, diba, pag biochemistry. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hinahabol ko yung backlog na yun ng, for example, 11 transes, yun. Siyempre, dito na tayo sa pinaka-favorite ko subject. Which is Physiology. Bakit ko favorite to? Kasi, kahit nabasa mo na yung past trans, nabasa mo yan ng konti yung libro, nakinig ka naman ng lecture, nadaanan mo na yung samplex, bobo ka pa rin. Joke. Ang hirap talaga ng Physio for me. So, dito, kanya-kanya na tayo. Okay? Hindi, joke lang. For the lecture, dinadaanan ko na yung parang summary ng topic. Pero summary lang, kasi kahit basahin mo, siguro bobo lang ako. Hindi, joke lang. Kailangan siya ng parang dyads, triads. Kailangan through discussion siya. Like, how you understood it, challenge how I understood it, and at the end of the day, parehas tayong may naintindihan. During the lecture, dito lang ako nagna-notes. Proud pa ako dito. Like, heavy talaga siya, girl. Lecture namin sa calcium and phosphate. May kita mo na nandyan talaga yung mga important details. And usually, as the lecture goes, habang nagna-notes ako, I try to formulate the best way to understand the topic. Dito sa topic na to, sa calcium and phosphate, since may tatlong important na hormones, which are parathyroid hormone, vitamin D, and calcitriol, naisip ko na during the lecture, best way to understand this is to tabulate it. So, naka-table siya sa akin. Itong ready-made na table na to, galing to sa past trans. Dinagdagdagan ko na lang. Itong table na to, on the right side, gawa ko yan. Hindi naman to ninja nerd, kaya hindi naman magtuturo eh. Papakita ko lang. Bibigyan lang ako ng tips. Chichika lang ako. So, note-taking helps me recall better kasi after nun, syempre kailangan ko ayusin yung notes ko, diba? So, meron yung active recall na sinasabi nila, kumbaga. After lecture naman, in preparation for the quiz or examinations, I sometimes read the book kapag kailangan lang, pag hindi ko talaga gets, pag ang bubble level ko nag-upgrade into level 2. So, pag nag-upgrade siya ng level 2, I look for other resources. Our prescribed book sa UERM for Physiology is Burn and Levy. But they also sometimes use Guyton. So, it's either Guyton or Burn lang yan. Pero ako kasi, nakita ko na may other two favorites ako. So, mas prefer ko si Vanders and minsan si Boron kasi mas gusto ko yung illustrations nila and images. Medyo visual talaga ako. If you ask me what takes up most of my time, either anatomy or physiology, masasabi ko na mas kaya ko ang anatomy kasi memorization lang halos and analysis. Pero it takes up most of my time because of the volume. Pero with regards to the comprehension talaga, kapag psych ka at physio ng usapan, mahirap talaga siya, girl. Or baka ako lang yung psych na ganun. Level 2, bobo! Hindi dapat pala level 4. Kasi Pasko. Joke. Level 4 bobo ako. Anyways, ayun na nga. Ano ba sinasabi ko? Bobo? Gets ko na yun, girl. Kumbaga, what I'm trying to say is I don't overload myself with physiology. I get back to it whenever I can, pero I don't burn myself out to get it. Kasi, mafa-fatigue talaga ako. Like, mental fatigue talaga siya na parang puta, wala akong maintindihan. Pag nabasa ko siya, first read, uy, gets ko. Kunwari, gets niya, pero hindi naman talaga. Mag-break ako ng mga 1 whole day, tsaka ko siya babalikan ulit. When I read it again, during that day, mas gets ko na siya. So, pag nagpahinga ka, tama yun talaga, pag nagpahinga ka, mas gumagana utak mo. So, that's my tips for biochemistry, anatomy, and physiology. If may gusto pa kayo or if may kulang ako, I have other med school vlogger friends from my batch. So, from section A, I think her name's Eliza. I'll put her YouTube here. You can check her out. And I have my very famous Mama Kim. Ka-section ko siya, section C. Pag siya na, may hiya ka na. Kasi girl, grabe. Kailan lang siya nag-start, tas famous na siya. Diba? Diba, Kim? May famous ka na. Kung magkaiba sa ng style, you can check them out. Kabatch ko sila. Tapos, before I end, golden egg tip ko is BRS. BRS, pare. Di ka magkukulang doon. It's basically a review of topics na important for board. I can end the vlog here. Nakisama yung dogs ko. Hindi sila maingay. Yay! How will I end this? Stay safe, stay at home, and basically everything healthy. Huwag ka nang pag-alagala. Huwag mo nang bisitahin yung jowa mo, girl. Huwag kayong babata ng baba! Girl, yun lang. Thanks for watching. Till the next one!